What if the happiest people you know aren't happier because life is easier for them, but because they follow a few tiny habits that most people completely ignore? Think about it for a moment. The happiest people in the world don't necessarily earn more money than you. They don't always have better jobs. They don't live in bigger houses or drive nicer cars, and they certainly don't live without problems. In fact, many of them deal with the same pressures, responsibilities, and frustrations that you face every single day. So what's the real difference? It's not luck, it's not talent, and it's definitely not perfect circumstances. The difference is surprisingly small. The happiest people quietly practice a few simple habits every single day. Habits so small that most people underestimate them. They scroll past them. They ignore them. They assume something that's simple couldn't possibly change how they feel. And that's exactly why so many people stay stuck feeling stressed, distracted, and unsatisfied, even when their life looks fine on the outside. But the people who genuinely feel calm, grateful, and emotionally balanced tend to follow the same daily pattern. In this video, you'll discover 7 small habits that the happiest people practice every day. None of them require more time, more money, or a complete life overhaul. But together, they create a powerful shift in the way you experience your life. And pay very close attention to habit number 7, because that last habit is the one that makes all the others work. Without it, these habits feel inconsistent. With it, everything suddenly starts to click. By the end of this video, you'll have a simple blueprint you can start using today to feel calmer, more present, and genuinely happier in your daily life. Let's begin. Habit 1. The 2-minute morning pause. Most people begin their mornings the same way. The alarm rings, and before their feet even touch the floor, they grab their phone. Notifications, emails, social media, news headlines. Within seconds, their mind is already flooded with other people's opinions, problems, and expectations, and then they wonder why they feel anxious before the day has even started. The happiest people tend to do something different. Instead of immediately reaching for their phone, they take 2 minutes. Just 2. They stay still, take a few slow breaths, and think about one thing they're looking forward to that day. It could be their morning coffee, a conversation with a friend, a peaceful walk outside, even something simple like watching their favorite show later. It doesn't need to be something big. What matters is that you choose the first thought of your day instead of letting the world choose it for you. Those 2 minutes create a moment of mental clarity before the noise of the world enters your mind. And that small moment of control can shape the emotional tone of your entire day. Habit 2. The gratitude snapshot. You've probably heard about gratitude many times before. Journals, lists, daily exercises. But most people quit those habits after a few days because they feel like another task. This habit is much simpler. Once a day, pause for just 5 seconds and notice one good moment that is happening right now. Maybe you're sipping a warm cup of coffee that tastes perfect. Maybe sunlight is coming through your window. Maybe someone just sent you a message that made you smile. Take a mental snapshot of that moment. Don't analyze it, don't overthink it. Just notice it and allow yourself to feel it for a few seconds. Your brain is naturally wired to focus on problems. Psychologists call this the negativity bias. Our minds constantly scan for threats, mistakes, and potential dangers. That instinct helped humans survive for thousands of years. But in modern life, it often makes us overlook small, positive experiences. When you take these quick gratitude snapshots, you train your brain to notice what is good in your life, instead of only focusing on what's wrong. And over time, that changes the way you experience your days. Habit 3. The one-person compliment. This next habit might feel uncomfortable at first, but it has a powerful emotional effect. Every day, give one genuine compliment to one person. Not something superficial, but something real and specific. Tell someone you admire the way they handled a difficult situation. Tell a colleague you appreciate their effort. Tell a friend that their energy always lifts the mood around them. Even complimenting a stranger can create a surprising moment of connection. When you sincerely acknowledge something positive in another person, your brain releases oxytocin, a chemical associated with trust and bonding. And the fascinating part is that it happens in both people. You make someone else feel valued, and your brain experiences a boost of positive emotion at the same time. But there's another hidden benefit. When you intentionally start looking for good qualities in others, your mind gradually becomes less focused on criticism and more focused on appreciation. And that subtle shift changes the emotional tone of your daily interactions. Habit 4. The 10-minute move. When people hear the word exercise, they often imagine long workouts, intense gym sessions, and exhausting routines. And because that feels overwhelming, they often avoid it completely. But happiness doesn't require an hour in the gym. Just 10 minutes of movement can make a meaningful difference. Take a short walk around your neighborhood, stretch your body in the morning, dance to one song in your kitchen, do a few push-ups or follow a quick yoga routine. The goal isn't perfection. The goal is simply to move. When your body moves, your brain releases endorphins that naturally improve your mood. Movement also sends a signal to your mind that you are active, capable, and engaged with life. And there's another psychological benefit. When you complete a small action like a 10-minute movement session, your brain registers it as a win. You kept a promise to yourself. That small sense of accomplishment builds momentum. Quick pause for a second. If you enjoy content that helps you build a calmer mind and stronger daily habits, consider subscribing to Stoic Spring. This channel is designed to help you strengthen your inner peace and grow in emotional maturity one day at a time. Now let's continue. Habit 5. The intentional unplug. Modern life keeps our attention constantly connected to screens, phones, laptops, notifications, messages, endless scrolling. Even when we think we're relaxing, our brain is still processing information. The happiest people intentionally create moments of disconnection. Every day, take at least 15 minutes away from all screens. No phone, no laptop, no television. Just be present in the real world around you. Go for a short walk. Sit quietly with a cup of tea. Watch the sky. Talk with someone without distractions. When you unplug from constant digital stimulation, your nervous system finally gets space to slow down. Your thoughts become calmer, your attention becomes clearer, and you begin to experience life directly instead of constantly consuming information. Habit 6. The nightly brain dump. For many people, the most stressful part of the day happens at night. They lie down in bed, close their eyes, and suddenly their mind becomes loud. Unfinished tasks, conversations from earlier in the day, worries about tomorrow, random thoughts that refuse to disappear. The mind starts racing, and sleep becomes difficult. A simple habit can reduce that mental noise. Before going to bed, take 5 minutes and write down everything that is on your mind. Tasks, worries, ideas, reminders, frustrations. Don't organize it. Don't try to solve anything. Just get it out of your head and onto paper. Psychologists often compare thoughts to open browser tabs. When they stay in your mind, they continue running in the background, consuming mental energy. Writing them down signals to your brain that those thoughts are captured and safe. Your mind no longer needs to hold on to them, and that simple act makes it much easier to relax and fall asleep. Habit 7. The identity statement. This is the habit that connects all the others. At some point during the day, say one simple sentence to yourself. I am the kind of person who takes care of my happiness. It may seem small, almost too simple, but this habit works at a deeper level than the others. Our actions are strongly influenced by the identity we believe about ourselves. If someone believes they are always stressed, unlucky, or overwhelmed, their choices often reinforce that belief. But when you begin to see yourself as someone who actively protects and builds their happiness, your decisions start aligning with that identity. You take the 2-minute morning pause because that's what someone who values their well-being would do. You notice moments of gratitude. You move your body. You disconnect from distractions, you clear your mind before bed, not because you're forcing yourself, but because it reflects the person you believe you are becoming. And when identity changes, habits stop feeling like effort. They start feeling natural. Now imagine practicing these 7 small habits every day. 2 minutes of calm in the morning, 5 seconds of gratitude, 1 genuine compliment, 10 minutes of movement, 15 minutes away from screens, 5 minutes clearing your mind before sleep, and 1 simple reminder of who you are becoming. Individually, each habit may seem small, but together, they reshape how you experience your life. So here's a question for you. Which of these habits do you think would make the biggest difference in your life right now? Let me know in the comments. And if you want to continue strengthening your mindset and building a calmer, more resilient life, subscribe to Stoic Spring. Because every day you invest in your inner peace is a day you become stronger than the chaos around you.